got blood on your face. A big twist.
When the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through.
In 1977, rock music seemed to be pulling in every direction at once. It could fill a stadium with 3 sounds. It could turn a private breakup into a song heard by millions. It could make a guitar imitate a motorcycle, make bad weather sound joyful, or make a divided city feel, for a few minutes, almost free. 10 songs from that remarkable year became permanent parts of our lives. One may take you back to a first car, a school dance, or the moment rock music said something you could not yet say for yourself. But today, their titles are gone. And there are tracks. One began as a guitarist's finger exercise. One came from an album rejected by nearly every label. One became a stadium ritual with almost no instruments. Another returned to the charts because of a skateboard, a bottle of juice, and 30 seconds of calm. Keep the comments closed. Write your answers from 10 to 1 point each. Every selection first appeared in 1977, though a few became singles in 1978. Ready? Let's begin. Number 10. The first clue feels open, hopeful, and slightly unsettled. An acoustic figure keeps circling forward, but the rhythm refuses to walk in the ordinary way. Most of the song moves in 7 beats, rather than the comfortable 4. You may never have counted it, yet your body probably noticed that something was leaning ahead. That imbalance matched the writer's life. He had walked away from the famous progressive rock group he had helped build, leaving behind elaborate costumes, theatrical characters, and the security of a successful name. On a real hill near Bath, England, he found the image that allowed him to explain the decision, not as anger, but as release. He later described the song as being willing to lose what you have for what you might gain. Do you hear this one as a farewell, or as the first deep breath after a door finally closes? The recording was made at the Soundstage in Toronto with producer Bob Ezrin. It became the singer's first solo single in March 1977. Radio did not turn it into an American blockbuster. It peaked at number 68 on the Billboard Hot 100. In Britain, however, it reached number 13. Over time, that modest chart result became almost irrelevant. The song grew into a defining statement of independence and one of the most durable entries in its creator's catalog. Its rhythm is the giveaway for musicians. Its emotional effect is the giveaway for everyone else. Each chorus briefly feels as though the uneven ground has become level.
Deep inside, inside me, side. My friends would think I was a nut.
Small question. Which former Genesis frontman made his solo arrival with this song? Final clue. The artist is Peter Gabriel. The 2-word title names the real hill connected to his moment of letting go. Number 9. This next record smiles on the surface. The groove is polished, buoyant, and almost effortless. Underneath it sits a cooler little story. A woman stepping toward the camera, a former lover watching from the side, and glamour that may be less innocent than it appears. The 2 men behind the band had already stopped touring. The studio had become their instrument, and perfection had become their working method. For their 1977 album Aja, they called in an extraordinary rotation of elite players, testing different combinations until every few seconds of music had the exact weight and color they wanted. The guitar solo became a trial of its own. Several first-rate players attempted it, but none of their performances survived. Session ace Jay Graydon finally delivered the compact, twisting solo that received approval. Then Michael McDonald stacked his unmistakable backing voice into a smooth wall behind the lead. Can you hear that bright vocal answer in your memory already? The precision paid off. The single climbed to number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100, while Aja reached number 3 on the US album chart. The album earned a Grammy for its engineering, and later entered the Grammy Hall of Fame. Its afterlife crossed genre lines. In 1989, De La Soul, built part of a warm, playful hip-hop classic around a sample from this track. A record engineered with almost obsessive control found a second life through the art of sampling. Small question: are you hearing the backing vocals first or that short guitar solo? Final clue: the artist is Steely Dan. The title is a three-letter woman's nickname, number 8. Nothing about this song was planned as a hit. Its central guitar pattern was a private finger-picking exercise, a way for a songwriter to keep his hands in shape between tours. His wife heard it from another room and told him that the pattern was too beautiful to throw away. At the time, he had been reading Native American poetry. One line about human life being reduced to particles carried through the air attached itself to the guitar figure. Roughly 15 minutes later, he had the core of a meditation on time, possession, and mortality. Imagine bringing that fragile acoustic piece to a band known for progressive rock power, electric complexity, and a violin that could cut through an arena. Would you have expected them to accept it? When the writer played his rough demo, the room reportedly went quiet. The contrast was exactly what made it powerful. The finished recording used 2 6-string acoustic guitars, with one in Nashville tuning to create a chiming, almost 12-string texture. Robbie Steinhardt's violin enters like a second voice, less a solo than a reminder that beauty and sadness can occupy the same breath. The song first appeared on Point of No Return in 1977 and became a single in 1978. It rose to number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, the band's only American top 10 hit. The album reached number 4 and sold more than 6 million US copies. Why did listeners embrace such a severe message? Perhaps because it placed an uncomfortable truth inside a melody gentle enough to hold it.
And all your money won't another minute by.
Final clue: the band is Kansas. The foreword title describes tiny particles being carried by moving air. 3 songs down, all 3 means you lived with these records. 2 points means your memory is warming up. 1 or 0. The next song may announce itself early. Tell us later which answer arrived from the story and which one arrived from the sound in your head. For now, keep the comments closed. Number 7. For nearly 2 weeks, a songwriter sat in a chalet in the Swiss Alps and produced almost nothing. Mist covered the mountains. The weather stayed gray. The view he had traveled there to find might as well not have existed. Then one morning, the clouds broke. The Alps appeared in brilliant sunlight, and the creative block broke with them. He began writing at remarkable speed, about 14 songs over the next 2 weeks. This one became the purest expression of that sudden change in weather and mood. The record sounds like joy assembled by engineers. Piano drives it forward. Guitars, strings, stacked harmonies, abrupt tempo changes, and a vocoder keep opening new doors.
Yes, I pleased to be with you. Look around, see.
Even the metallic strike in the chorus came from a fire extinguisher used as percussion. Does that bright clang ring in your memory? The song closed a 4-part suite about rainy weather on the 3rd side of the 1977 double album Out of the Blue. It was released as a single in 1978, reaching number 6 in Britain and number 35 in the United States. Those numbers tell only part of the story. Decades of radio, advertising, television, and film transformed it into the band's signature recording. Its emotional effect is unusually direct. The joy is not empty. The darkness at the beginning makes the sunlight feel earned. A new generation met it during the elaborate opening sequence of Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2, where cheerful music plays against spectacular comic book chaos. It has also accompanied other films, public celebrations, and countless mornings when someone needed the room to feel lighter. Small question: can you picture the vocoder at the end, sounding almost like a machine trying to smile? Final clue. The artist is Electric Light Orchestra, led by Jeff Lynne. The three-word title politely addresses a cloudless day, as though the sky were a gentleman. Number 6. This one begins like a private confession at a piano. The voice carries disappointment, distance, and the desire to escape. Then the arrangement rises. Drums arrive, guitars widen the horizon, synthesizers flash, and what seemed like a ballad becomes an arena-sized departure. But listen closely to the story it tells. At first, the journey appears to be across the ocean. By the end, the travelers may not be on an ordinary ship at all. Angels, visitors from somewhere beyond Earth, or both. The song never closes the argument completely. Was that final transformation the moment you first loved it? Or the moment you first wondered what on earth the singer was talking about? The band's keyboardist wrote and sang the track for its 7th album. One of its guitarists later recalled suggesting that the vessel should transform into a starship. The timing could not have been better. The album arrived on the 7th of July, 1977, while Star Wars and Close Encounters of the Third Kind were turning the night sky into a national obsession. The album, The Grand Illusion, reached number 6 on the Billboard chart and eventually earned triple platinum certification in the United States. This single rose to number 8. More important for the band's future, the record helped move them from hard-working touring act to arena rock institution. Its psychology is pure escalation. The quiet opening gives you somewhere to stand. The second half lifts that ground away. In concert, thousands sing the missing title back to the stage. Small question, do you remember the piano first, or the moment the guitars turn the journey toward the stars?
They sang to me this song of hope, and this is what they said.
Final clue, the band is Styx. The three-word title is an invitation to leave the shore by boat. Number 5. The bass line walks in before the danger does. It is lean, repetitive, and strangely danceable.
We are vain and we are blind.
The guitar stays clipped and dry. Above it, the singer sounds as if he is trying to remain polite while his thoughts are slipping out of control. The song emerged from art school minds before the group had fully become the band the world would know. Its singer, drummer, and bassist worked on an early form in the mid-1970s. The singer imagined a dramatic character study influenced more by Alice Cooper and the storytelling of Randy Newman than by any real crime. That distinction mattered. When the record reached the public in 1977, New York was still frightened by the Son of Sam murders. Listeners connected the song to the headlines, but the composition predated that panic. The timing was coincidence, the unease was not. The bassist contributed the French section, giving the disturbed narrator a flash of imagined sophistication. The track became the one modest chart foothold from the band's debut album, reaching number 92 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was not a conventional smash. It was something more valuable, an unmistakable identity. Years later, Jonathan Demme's concert film, Stop Making Sense, gave the song one of rock cinema's great entrances. The frontman walked onto a nearly empty stage with an acoustic guitar and a portable cassette player. The mechanical rhythm began, the body started moving, and a familiar full band song was reduced to one anxious human figure. That image helped the recording outlive its original chart position. What gives it away for you? The bass line, the nervous vocal, or the sudden switch into French? Final clue, the band is Talking Heads. The two-word title is a blunt label for an unstable murderer. 5 correct titles is a perfect first half. 4 is excellent. 3 means the final clues are working. Fewer than 3, the biggest landmarks are still ahead. If one answer is on the edge of your memory, do not search for it. that almost known feeling is part of the game. Number 4. This is not merely a song. It is a 10-minute movie that happens to come out of 2 speakers. The piano begins at impossible speed. Guitars arrive like headlights. A motorcycle seems to roar into the mix, yet no motorcycle was recorded. Producer Todd Rundgren created the engine with his electric guitar, then delivered the lead work with astonishing speed. The singer later remembered watching him complete the central solo in 1 take and the surrounding guitar parts in less than an hour. Writer Jim Steinman had been building this world for years. Parts of it grew from Neverland, his futuristic rock version of Peter Pan. He wanted teenage desire, speed, violence, romance, and death to feel as large as myth. The singer did not perform the material with distance or irony. He attacked it as if the final scene were happening to him in real time. The industry did not know what to do with it. Major labels repeatedly passed. Even after the album finally appeared on the 21st of October 1977, many people at its parent company disliked it. Radio offered little early help. Then television changed the story. Britain's Old Grey Whistle Test aired a performance clip of the 9-minute title track, received an enormous response, and showed it again. The album became a classic sleeper slow at first, then almost impossible to stop. Estimates place worldwide sales above 40 million, with 14 times platinum certification in the United States. Its songs later became a full stage musical. Why did such excess work? Because the emotion underneath it was simple. Youth feels immortal right up to the instant it does not. Final clue. The singer is Meat Loaf. The title describes a winged creature escaping the underworld at tremendous speed. Number 3. The first thing you may remember is not a riff, but a horizon, a sustained guitar sound hanging in the air like a siren heard from far away. Robert Fripp created that strange singing feedback at Hansa Studios in West Berlin. The building stood only about 150 meters from the wall. Brian Eno helped shape the music. Tony Visconti co-produced it. To capture the vocal, Visconti placed microphones at different distances and used gates that opened as the singer grew louder. The technique made the room expand around the voice. What begins almost conversationally becomes a desperate cry without the arrangement simply turning up a volume knob. The human image at the center came from the studio window. The singer said he had seen 2 lovers meeting near the wall. Years later, he confirmed that they were Visconti and German singer Antonia Maas, whose relationship had to remain private at the time. A secret kiss beside a symbol of political division became a song about finding one brave, temporary moment inside impossible circumstances. It is easy to assume the record was an immediate giant. It was not. The 1977 single peaked at only number 24 in Britain and did not enter the American Hot 100. Its reputation grew through performances, covers, and history itself. In 1987, the artist sang it at a concert near the wall, while people gathered to listen on the East Berlin side. He later recalled the performance as overwhelmingly emotional. The song did not bring down a government, but for listeners divided by concrete and guards, its meaning became real. Small question. Can you hear that vocal moving from one microphone and one emotional distance to another?
What you say?
Final clue. The artist is David Bowie. The title is one plural word for people we call brave, printed in quotation marks to preserve a little doubt. Number 2. You do not need a radio to perform this song. You need a floor, 2 hands, and other people.
Big disgrace, somebody better put your bag into your place.
Its origin came after a British band's concert at Bingley Hall in Stafford in May 1977. When the show ended, the audience continued singing a football anthem back to the musicians. Their guitarist was struck by the emotional power of a crowd, refusing to remain only an audience. What if the next record were built so that thousands of people could become part of it immediately? The answer used a body as the rhythm section. 2 heavy foot stamps, 1 clap, then space. The band overdubbed those sounds again and again, adding carefully calculated delays so 4 people could resemble an arena. For most of the track, there is no conventional drum kit and almost no instrumental shelter. Only near the end does May's guitar arrive, like electricity finally entering a machine already powered by human bodies. The song was paired with another anthem by the same band in October 1977, and radio stations soon played the two back to back. The release reached the upper end of charts around the world. More importantly, sports arenas adopted its pattern because spectators could understand and join it before the singer finished the first line. It became inseparable from the band's concerts, including Live Aid, and entered the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2009. Its rhythm now belongs wherever separate voices need to become one force. When did you first make that pattern yourself at a concert, at a game, or against the floor of your childhood bedroom? Final clue. Queen recorded it, and Brian May wrote it. The foreword title is a promise that the band is about to shake you. Number 1. The final song does not sound angry, although it was born inside a collapsing relationship. It floats. The drums are unhurried, the bass is patient, and the vocal seems to watch heartbreak from a few feet above the room. During the making of Rumors, nearly every personal bond inside the band was under strain.
To wrap around your dreams and
The singer, songwriter, and guitarist were ending their long relationship. The keyboardist and bassist were separating. The drummer's marriage was also failing. They still had to enter the studio, play on one another's songs, and turn private wounds into public harmony. One day, the singer-songwriter found an unused room at the record plant in Sausalito, a dark space associated with Sly Stone. She sat on a bed with a Fender Rhodes keyboard, found a simple drum pattern, switched on a cassette recorder, and wrote the song in roughly 10 minutes. The early version seemed almost too simple. The keyboardist initially heard little more than a few chords. The guitarist shaped distinct sections from that limited material, while the drummer and bassist created a groove that never crowds the vocal. The restraint is the secret. The singer is hurt, but she does not plead. She lets consequence arrive on its own. American listeners responded immediately. The single reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the band's only U.S. chart topper. Rumors spent 31 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard 200, earned the Grammy for Album of the Year, and eventually received 20 times platinum certification in the United States. Then, in 2020, Nathan Apodaca filmed himself skateboarding, drinking cranberry juice, and calmly lip-syncing to the track. In 2 weeks, the song was heard more than 230 million times across streaming, social media, and US radio. It re-entered the Hot 100 and reached a new generation. Why did that clip fit so perfectly? Because the song has always carried the same strange promise. Life can be breaking behind you while, for one quiet moment, you keep moving smoothly forward.
when the rain washes you clean, you'll know.
Final clue. Stevie Nicks wrote and sang it for Fleetwood Mac. The title is one word for the stories the mind creates during sleep, and for the futures we hope might come true. How many did you identify? 10 out of 10 means 1,000. 977 is not history to you, it is muscle memory. 8 or 9 makes you a serious classic rock listener. 6 or 7 is a strong score. 5 or fewer simply means there are records waiting to be heard again. And that may be the best prize of all. Post your answers in one numbered comment from 10 down to 1. Do not write a single unnumbered title at the top. Give the next viewer a fair chance to play. Then, add your score and tell us which song brought back the clearest memory. Was it a car, a concert, a person, a room you have not thought about in years? And here is the harder question. Which classic from 1977 should have been on this list, but was not? Name only one. The most convincing choice may shape a future episode. If these stories brought the year back for you, subscribe. This channel is not only about remembering songs, it is about remembering why they mattered, how a few minutes of sound could follow us through half a lifetime. Until the next countdown, keep the titles to yourself, keep the memories close, and keep listening. I'll leave the answers in the comments section. Check to see how many you got right.